Hello everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to Carol's Daily Sauce. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to click on that bell to be reminded of all the videos that I upload, and happy fall to each and every one of you, as well as happy Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, okay. Yeah, y'all, I'm a little behind. I got a runny nose, I've got scratchy throat, I got it all. But what I'm doing is I am doing the 15 question fall tag of 2019. I actually was not tagged by Cynthia So Blessed, but Cynthia So Blessed subscribed to my channel, and I went to her channel and I seen this tag, and I thought that it was something interesting, especially with me participating in Vlogtober. So you guys do me a favor and go and check out Cynthia So Blessed, and it's Cynthia, her name, and then it's Cynthia She's So Blessed. I'll scroll it along the bottom of it. Very sweet woman, very sweet woman. And she is an up-and-coming YouTuber, and we'll be giving a 500 subscriber giveaway once she reaches 500, and she is very close. So please go subscribe to her. I love to shout people out. I love to help people. With that being said, anything that you guys might want to ask me, within reason, because I pretty much keep my personal life private. But as far as, my journey with YouTube, how long I've been doing it, I mean, I'm thinking of things to do for Vlogtober, so maybe that'll be something, because I have not been on YouTube a year as of yet. And I am approaching the threshold for monetization. So I am extremely happy about that. Because it's an accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? Well, we're going to go ahead and get started with the 15 fall questions of 2019. The first question is and this is referring to me, favorite Halloween movie. And you guys, if you've looked at any of my videos, if you listen to any of my recordings, you know that I am very, very, very real, blunt, and I tell it like it is. I don't have not one favorite Halloween movie. I don't like gory, bloody stuff like that. I never have, not as a child. When people talk about Jason, and my daughter said something about this other one, I don't even know what his name is, some funny looking man. He was white faced with these cheeks and these big circles around his cheeks and these big old eyes. I don't even know what his name started with an S. I don't even know. I have no Halloween movie. I don't like anything gory. Apple or pumpkin pie? So if I had to choose between apple and pumpkin pie, if that were all of the choices, it would have to be apple. But I don't prefer apple pie. I don't like any fruit that bites me back. I don't want crunchy apples and you calling it a dessert. I don't. So, if the truth really be told, I would prefer pecan or sweet potato pie. The third question, Halloween party or explore the haunted house? So that I can participate in this, I am going to say the Halloween party. However, I'm not interested in a haunted house, and neither am I interested in a Halloween party. I'm just not. That's not. Okay. Number 4, store-bought or going to the pumpkin patch. I'm assuming they're talking about pumpkins. I've never really had pumpkins around my house, but if I had to say or choose one, it would be pumpkin patch, because I've never been to a pumpkin patch. Now, there's a good possibility that I did when I was younger, but I can't remember it. Number 5, favorite fall scent. I like warm autumn, and what warm autumn is scents of vanilla, scents of cinnamon, spice. There is a, what is it called? Patchouli, There are I mean, it's like almost like a essence of woodsy musk flavor. It smells really good. It's called Warm Autumn. Favorite drink. My favorite drink will always be coffee. But for the fall, it's coffee with pumpkin flavored creamer. I do like pumpkin flavored creamer in the fall. However, it's sometimes hard to find pumpkin flavored items during this time because they only come out once a year. Halloween or Thanksgiving is number 7. I would prefer Thanksgiving. Because we were never able, as children, to go trick-or-treating or celebrate Halloween. I do remember going to church and being able to dress up as like a princess or Cinderella or something like that, but it was Harvest Day or the harvest party. It was never referred to as the Halloween party, as Christians refer to Halloween as a wicked holiday. Number 8, what is my most loved pumpkin-based food? My favorite pumpkin-based food is pumpkin spice English muffins. You know, the ones with the nooks and crannies. But the problem is you can't find them. I used to find them all the time at Walmart. I don't have much success in finding them anymore. I don't know if it's because they don't sell as much as the particular Walmart that I shop at goes to. I'm not, that I particularly shop at. But it's always hard to find. But there may just be a possibility that they only order them in limited supplies so that they are not stuck with overabundance and have to do markdowns and price cuts and end up losing money. Number 9, corn maze or the hunted hayride. Wow. I don't want to go on the corn maze because I'm not trying to get lost and can't get out. Plus, I don't like worms, and corn has a lot of worms around it. I guess I would go with a hunted hayride, but I don't do hunted. I don't do haunted houses and all that kind of stuff. I remember going to a fair, and they had a haunted house, and I'm telling you, this is probably within the last 8 or 9 years. And honey, I went to that thing, and I was toe up for the whole rest of the day. Toe up. Number 10, favorite Halloween candy. I absolutely positively love candy corn. That's my favorite one. But my second favorite would be Mary Jane. And I'm sure you guys know what Mary Jane is. It's in a yellow wax wrapper, and it has like a peanutty nougat type of candy. Number 11, favorite childhood memories for Halloween. As I said before, I thought we have the meanest mother in the world because we were never able to go trick-or-treating, but we did get to go to like Harvest Day at the church, or my mother also would have parties for us at home. Unfortunately, I grew up in the time where they were putting razors in candies. People were putting actual aspirin in candies, and children were getting sick and dying. So my mother wasn't about that life. So I do remember my mother giving us a couple of harvest parties at our house. I remember bobbing for apples. I don't remember a lot of pumpkin faces. I remember pumpkins, but I don't remember the wicked looking pumpkin faces with the teeth carved out and the eyes carved out and goblins and ghosts jumping out. No, we didn't have none of that. Number 12, favorite Thanksgiving food. Well, I love sweet potatoes. A lot of y'all refer to them as yams. My mother's sweet potatoes are by far the very best sweet potatoes that I have ever had in my life. And the only person who makes them the way that she makes them, and I remember it. I don't like everybody's yams and sweet potatoes, but I love mine's and my mother's. Number 13, a sweater or a scarf. I prefer a scarf. Reason I prefer a scarf is because you can't necessarily take off a sweater, and I'm going through the change. So if I get too hot, I can always take off a scarf, but I'm stuck with a sweater unless I have something on up under it. And I don't layer because I get too hot. Number 14. This one got me. I don't really understand this question, but I'm going to go ahead and go with it. Wooden sock or a slipper? I don't want a wooden sock, and I sure don't want a wooden slipper. But if I have to make... Go ahead and give me that wooden slipper, but make sure you put some bling on it. Number 15, favorite fall tradition. And this is the last one and the longest answer. So on Thanksgiving, my family members and I would all come together at one of my sister's house. I have 2 sisters and 1 brother, and we would all get together. And this is when everybody was living in California. Unfortunately, my mother no longer lives in California. My older sister no longer lives in California. The only sister that I have that lives in California is my little sister, who lives in a city about 30 minutes away from me. But she and I are not as tight as me and my older sister. And so I don't get to see her much at all when it's not a holiday. So this tradition has pretty much basically died. But what we used to do when were all living in Fairfield, California, is we would all come together. Everybody would bring food over: macaroni and cheese, yams, ham, turkey, dressing, collard greens, cabbage, roast, mashed potatoes, gravy, key lime pie, Italian cream cake, carrot cake, sweet potato pie, pecan pie. We had a huge feast. That's just some of the food that we had. And we would all bring that, and we would just eat until we were like, just stuffed beyond repair. But prior to us eating, we would all go around the room, and each and every person would express themselves with lots of love and tears, telling each other who and what they were thankful for. We spoke of stories. We spoke of times when we were younger and some of the things that happened that would make us laugh. Because you guys, I had some troubling things happen in my childhood. But when I do think about the family time that I spent with my mother, the family time that I spent with my brother and my 2 sisters, we had an amazing childhood. I do remember the first time that I took my husband and his son, and this is prior to us getting married, to our Thanksgiving dinner. And y'all, it was the funniest thing ever. They were excited about the food and everything because it was a lot of food. But honey, that going around room to room, going around the room from person to person and telling what we were thankful for, when we left, he was actually just my boyfriend, but fiance actually at the time, and he said, his son said, and I'm not going to say his name, my son, he says, why were they all crying and stuff like that? One thing about me and my family is I come from a very emotional family. We're very, very emotional. We care about one another, and we express our emotions. We always have. I can remember going to school, leaving the school, hugging my siblings and hugging my mother before we walked out the door. So as we've grown older, things have changed. But when I get off the phone with my sister, when I get off the phone with my mother, we always say that we love one another. Excuse the noise. I do live in front of a school, a little African school. So you probably hear the little children in the background. But my hope for this Thanksgiving is just that God is in the midst and that all is well. You know, sometimes we take for granted what Thanksgiving is really, really for. And Thanksgiving is a time to be thankful. Thankful for all the things that we've actually experienced, all of the things that we've actually went through, whether they were good or bad, because if we're here, we were able to come out of them. So this fall and going into this Thanksgiving, just look to a greater beginning going into the year 2020, and just a greater beginning in your life. What we have to remember is our life is our life. But when we allow someone, some person, something to dictate our lives for us, we've lost control. You take control of your life and you dictate your life for you. If you do that, when things don't happen the way that you had hoped for them to happen, you won't be pointing a finger at anybody else but you. So what that means is this: do everything that you can, everything in your power, to assure yourself that at the last quarter of this year, going to 2020, do the very best that you can in every aspect of your life, because we only get one. With that being said, please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to be reminded of all of the videos that I upload. I will be participating in Vlogtober, which means I will have a video every single day. Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you guys. Thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you to my older subscribers. Thank you to all of you guys who continue to come on a regular basis, commenting, saying very kind things. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have just decided that I will be doing just a really nice giveaway when I reach my goal, and it'll be worth it. Trust me, it will be worth it. So who am I going to tag to do this? A lot of times people think this stuff is corny. You know, people on YouTube like trash. People like the trash talk. They like the mess. They like the gossip. I'm not so much into the gossip. So for this 15 fall question tag of 2019, I would like to tag my beautiful daughter, C for Browns TV, and gosh, I really want to tag someone that I think would do it. I would like to tag Mom and Fam. Mom and Fam. Mom and Fam and C for Browns TV. I tag you. I'd also like to thank Cynthia. She's so blessed for doing her video and allowing me to see it. With that being said, God bless you, each and every one of you. Bye-bye.